Welcome to Mount Pleasant Live. This is our community profile series, and I am here today. My name is Mike Heaton. I'm your host, and I am here with the wonderful, amazing Lisa Oetken from Mount Pleasant Main Street. Welcome to the show again, Lisa.
Well, thank you, Mike.
It's good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
So I came here this morning, and I didn't have my coat on. I had my vest,
Yeah.
and it was a little chilly.
It's still a little nippy in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly. I think it's supposed to be 52 by this
Is
afternoon.
it? Okay, that's
yeah,
great.
I think we're in the 60s. I mean, this February has been...
It's been nuts.
Nuts, yeah.
Yeah.
Cold this weekend, but I think it's going to be warm again, so I don't know.
Well, and every time I see you, I always think of Main Street in the summertime.
Yeah.
Because you put on so many incredible activities for Mount Pleasant Main Street, so many things going on in a normal summer, and this summer in particular is a little crazy. So I'd love to talk to you about that a little bit today and share with our cold Mount Pleasant friends and Henry County friends that there's hope on the horizon this morning. It's going to warm up and it's going to be a fantastic summer. What do we have going on?
We have all kinds of stuff. You think of May and the flowers blooming, so we kick off our summer season kind of early with the Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was amazing last year.
It's actually May 3rd this year. It's usually May 5th, but May 5th
Cinco
is
de Mayo. Yeah, okay.
It's on a Sunday.
Okay, got you,
so we're
got
going
you.
to party on Friday.
On Friday night, yeah, I get you, yeah.
And it'll be, similar to last year. We're still in the planning stage of that, but everybody will want to come down. It was an amazing time last year.
Oh, yeah.
We gave away some great prizes.
That turned out to be one of the better events of the year. There
Yes.
was, the place was packed downtown.
Yes, it was. To know that we supported our businesses, and in those 2.5 hours, we saw over $15,000 spent downtown.
Yeah.
So, this is one thing that Main Street does. That's why we put on the events. It's not just because we want to be party planners.
Right.
It's to help and support our businesses and bring people down.
To be fair, you know how to throw a good party, though, Lisa.
We do know how to throw a party. I'm not
But
saying I'm not a party planner, but the end of the weekend, I think everybody else thinks about summer kicking off on that Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, sure.
And so that's when we hold our first big event for the summer, and that is
Now, this is unique. I'm excited to hear about this. What is it?
Fourth year, and it's we call it Farmhouse Central Vintage Market,
Right.
Because it's held in Central Park, and it's in conjunction with the swap meet out at Midwest Old Thrashers.
Yeah.
So we're bringing people to town. We want to bring them downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a market. We're always looking for more vendors. As you know, Central Park is huge.
And
will
it's
hold
great
a lot.
for vendors. It's like built for vendors. They're
It
in Old
is
Threshers weekend stuff where there's all those, there's plugs and there's booth areas, and
We
it's
have
all like
plenty
built
of
out for vendors.
electricity. We have all, so we can hold a lot of vendors. So if they want to be a vendor, they just need to get a hold of me.
Nice.
Check out our Facebook, Main Street Mount Pleasant. There's an application, a link to the application on there.
Mm-hmm.
We usually have around 30 plus farmers market usually comes downtown that day.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Because they're kicked out of Old Thrashers.
Right.
Because of the swap meet. So then they come down and set up. So we have that on the south side of the square is a farmers market, and then on the north side we have a lot more vendors from craft to baked goods to home goods. Any business downtown is welcome to set up in the park to show off what they have, to encourage people to go to their
local
store.
businesses that maybe have a retail store.
Yeah.
So for instance, your daughter, who has a space downtown right now that does children's and babies clothing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, what's that called again?
It's called Backroad Shenanigans.
Backroad Shenanigans?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just really curious if you're willing to say this on air or not, Lisa, but you may be shopping there pretty soon. Is that correct?
I've already started shopping there. I need a 12-step program.
Oh, goodness gracious,
actually, Olivia's expecting my first grandbaby.
Yes, that's so exciting.
Summer,
wow, congratulations.
Early June, and I am so excited about it, and this child will have more shoes than her grandma had.
That's saying something. I love it.
We're excited. Liv's excited. Just as another little volunteer for Main Street.
Yep. We're going to have a multi-generational, right? So basically what you were saying is with the Vintage Market group, if she wanted to have a booth out there,
she could.
Does
have. She has the last couple of years and has done.
Maybe not this year. We'll see how she's feeling.
We'll see. She'll still have it.
Of course she will. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. We're using this new system, and that's your phone going off.
Phone.
Oh, I thought it was mine. No, you're great. It'll
go.
It'll just ring in the background.
That's right.
She's busy. She has all kinds of people calling her all the time.
All the time.
So what's after that? Like, I know we have a big one coming up, but what's before?
Or right, she's due June 10th.
Okay.
June 6th through the 8th is the Preserve Iowa Summit, which is downtown Mount Pleasant.
That's really exciting.
It
Now, this is
exciting.
different. This is a one-time deal.
Yes.
And what is Preserve Iowa Summit?
It's all about historical preservation of our buildings, our homes.
Oh, sure. Sure.
The architect, to save that, and that kind of fits with what Mount Pleasant Historical Commission is doing. We've been doing this huge research project in the downtown to apply to become a national historical district.
Right.
So we'll be debuting some of the facts that we came up with then, but there'll also be some great speakers.
We'll be doing at least a couple episodes on that before we get to June, for sure.
There'll be all kinds of stuff.
But that fits so well with our vibe here in Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
We have this with a sense of new and exciting growth, but we also have this love and passion for history.
That's right.
Here, and there's going to be this nice
that's kind of what
balance.
Main Street does.
Yeah.
We're about economic development in
Yep.
the downtown, but we're really about historical preservation and preserving our downtowns, making them vibrant again, and so it fits really well with us.
Yeah.
So then, after that, we'll have a Music on Main, our big one is
Super
June
fun.
21st.
Super fun every year.
And then,
There's this big thing coming up.
yeah,
This
as
new.
most of you know, or maybe have heard, we are the last overnight town on July 26th for RAGBRAI.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
we are very excited about it. Rachel and Dean from the chamber and I are the key heads on that, or co-chairing the whole event.
Love it.
We will be calling on everybody. I mean, it will show off our whole town, not just the downtown, but it will be a party in the downtown.
Yes.
We can tell you that much so far. We had just kicked it off last week. It was our first
I
meeting
saw the
with
truck out
RAGBRAI.
front with
Yeah.
the big RAGBRAI thing. They were taking pictures of our downtown area. I saw out there too. Yeah.
That was our first meeting with them. So we consider last week our kickoff for
Yeah.
RAGBRAI, even though we've known for a couple weeks. It's
Nice
gonna be-
kept secret, by the way, because it
Yes.
sort of came out. We're like, wait, what? We get to be a
Yeah,
host? That's
yeah.
amazing.
We kind of knew it was possibly coming, just because a few years back they asked us to be an overnight town, but we
Sure.
had the whole downtown tore up. That's when we
Right.
did the new streets and sidewalks
That's
and all that. And it's
right.
like, well, we can't show off our downtown.
Yeah.
You'll have to go around us or something.
Now, I know there's a lot of details we're going to be talking about as we get up to that
tons.
point.
And we'll need a lot of volunteers.
My question for you is, I've gotten like 30 calls from people that I know across the state that want to just stay at my house
Yes.
because they drive across. Any advice for all of our Mount Pleasant folks? I know there's plans for camping and things like that that you guys will come out with eventually at the right time. But as we're taking phone calls for people that just want to stay at our places or want to camp in our yards, is there anything we need to know now before all the other information comes out?
We know that a lot of people have called.
Yeah.
Friends of family.
yeah. People we've never heard of but got
Yeah.
our name from a friend
Yeah.
of a family. Yeah.
And so we know that there's going to be a lot of people in houses as well as the campsites
Sure.
and stuff. And we will have a chair of a housing committee to kind of organize it. So if you haven't taken someone yet, we can hook people up with people too.
Nice.
Once we get going here.
Yeah.
We are laying out that we've got the executive committee now. We're laying out the committees underneath each four
Nice.
sections.
Great.
So we will have that. We've been told that it used to be you'd see all those old school buses painted up and stuff.
Sure.
Well, there'll still be some of those, but now they're coming in semis and
Oh, yeah.
big RVs, and
Oh, yeah.
I mean I think one of the largest charter bike groups is over 1,500 people.
Yeah, they're tour guides at this point,
Yeah.
as opposed to just
Yeah.
being a
Yeah,
bunch of people with
so-
a renovated bus. Yeah.
So it's gotten a lot more sophisticated,
Yeah.
and we will be going through and picking, camping. Obviously, Midwest Old Thrasher is going to play a part in that because they have
I
so
would
much
hope so.
camping
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
So that will be, but also, we're looking at churches. They're looking at, where is our parking lots? What
Right.
big parking lots can they go with all the support vehicles and things like that too?
Nice. So I know that in talking to you and Rachel, there's a lot to come on that, and
There
we're
is a
going to
lot
have a
to
lot
come.
more episodes to prepare the town for it,
Yeah.
because if done right, this is incredibly beneficial for Mount Pleasant.
Oh, it's huge.
And it's really
huge.
important we're all working together and doing things together on that. So it'll be exciting to have some more
It will,
conversations
and
about
we
it.
definitely want to roll out the red carpet for them because, like we said before with the Preserve Iowa Summit, you want to show off
Yeah.
your town. And you want these people to say, you know what, I like Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
I'm going to move to Mount Pleasant, you know, and they have. And they told us, I can't quote me on the statistics, but it's like only a third of the riders are from Iowa.
Right.
They
Right.
come from all over, even outside the United States, to ride this ride.
Yeah.
And we have, this is the hilliest ride, is the southern route.
They're going to be a
And-
little sore by the time
yeah,
they get
yeah.
here.
So, and, you know, but we are Friday night and going into the weekend. So
Yeah.
it's always a good time. And we've had it a few times, and, you know, it's always exciting to welcome and show off our town.
I love it. I love it. It's going to be a great time, but I will urge everybody to really work with the organizing group. Don't plan your own stuff. Talk to them.
Yeah.
Make sure everything's coordinated properly, because you really have to do this right as a town. We're only so big. We're doubling the size of the town, if not more, within
probably,
one day.
yeah.
And it's really important that we're all communicating and working together and really working under the leadership of that organizing team.
Yes, because, you know, there's a lot of more charters now, and they actually get them registered.
Right.
RAGBRAI does. And so, say you're a church and you want to host a charter team, and someone calls you and they have 50, but maybe you could have hosted 150.
Right,
So we
right.
just want to be able to match people up with the right people.
Love it. Yeah.
And, you know, so we have everything covered, our bases covered that way.
I love it. So obviously that's a big one, and then we sort of bookend the summer with another market downtown that is usually
Yes.
run the combination
and we
Main
have
Street and the
another
Chamber.
Music on Main
Oh, another
in
music on Main.
August.
Oh yeah, of
Second
course we
week in
do.
August
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the car show, plus the car shows kick
Yep,
off in
all
May.
summer long.
Second Fridays of the month.
Community band does its thing on Thursday nights usually. I
Yeah.
think Adam Krager is going to pull that out again. And
I'm sure they are.
Oh, yeah.
And I would guess the PO ladies will probably do pies in the
oh, I
park,
love it. It's
too.
one of my
I mean,
favorite
it's
things. Favorite things.
the most all-American event.
It really is.
If you haven't partake, they need to mark their calendars and do at least
Yeah.
one Thursday this summer, because it is so nice in Central Park, and you've got pies, you've got music. It's just all American.
Step back in time and create unforgettable memories of the 2024 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Gather the family and immerse yourselves in the nostalgic charm of steam engines, antique cars and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and the horses. Whether it's the savory delights from the North Village to the log cabin or the unforgettable concerts, this is where memories are crafted. Plan now to bask in the history of the past from August 29th to September 2nd in Mount Pleasant. Visit oldthreshers.com for details. Don't miss this chance to make timeless memories.
So for everything we want to do during the summertime, it's all on the website. It's on Facebook.
Yes.
All the details. It'll be on the website, I
It
should
will
say.
be, because
Yep.
I have to get the schedule to someone.
Got to get it all, put it up there. But the big bookend at the end, obviously, and there's
Is-
probably more after that, but the big one is Midwest Old
That's
Threshers downtown market. Or
Yep.
what do we call that?
It's Crafts in the Park.
Crafts in the
and
Park,
the Chamber
yes.
puts that on, and they are always looking for crafters too, and people that want to set up. It's more than crafts. It's a market.
Oh,
too.
yeah, yeah.
It's a lot more than that. And you know, with Old Thrashers, I mean, we'll be out running the gates.
Oh, yes,
we
as
have
always.
The last few years, and it just kind of, you start on Memorial Day and you end on Labor Day to kind of in the summer, and then we go straight into fall events.
Yep.
But yeah.
So one of the things I just want to point out right before we finish our interview here is how important this is right now in what we're doing. Now, we've obviously had some great things happen in Mount Pleasant. We've always had some hard things as well happen in Mount Pleasant in the last couple of years, especially with Wesley in this last year. And bringing in these events and hosting these events, and then us as a community inviting our family and friends from outside the town to come to these events is critical, because it helps our small downtown businesses not only get through a time where we've probably had a little bit of dip because of Wesleyan leaving, but then reconfigure and reorganize their direction, their target market, their customers, so that they can succeed and go past that, and we can sort of reinvent ourselves in that sense. And I just love the fact that we have these new programs. There's this Preserve Iowa Summit, the RAGBRAI, these things that are coming in that are going to help boost and help our small businesses sort of redirect themselves to be able to continue to grow and thrive in our downtown.
It's so important to support our local businesses and our small businesses, whether they're downtown or, you know, we have others on the outside of our downtown. But because I guess I always think, if we don't support them, they're not going to be here.
Right.
So then you look and see what the square would look like if it was all boarded up, or just even all service businesses.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
even the service businesses require people, whether you're insurance or whatever, but you're straight up retail, and restaurants. If they don't have people, they won't continue to be open, and we can't
Right.
offer that. So, and we have some exciting new businesses opening this year that I'm very excited about, and just to keep our downtown vibrant. I mean, it's always very cyclical with our downtown. I mean, you build up businesses and you keep them, and then, for different reasons, they close, and
Yeah, these
then
cycles.
a new business opens up, and so it's very exciting to see the new businesses and see the young people that are opening businesses.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But we have to support them as a
Right.
community. And our community does a great job of supporting. We were talking about our Cinco de Mayo last year, how much was spent downtown.
Yeah.
Small Business Saturday, I think over 60,000 was spent on that
That's
day
amazing.
in the downtown, with people shopping for Christmas and stuff. So people do support our downtown, but we have to support it every day. It can't, there's a lot of months, and coming off winter months, it's always tough. So, but
Right. Well,
we just had wine about winter. We didn't really have it much
nothing to whine
about.
about. Yeah, it was
We
nice
had-
and warm as
we had
people were
2
walking around.
weeks
Yeah.
of bad weather, but it's Iowa.
It
The
was
weather-
pretty bad weather, let's be
it was
frank.
horrible weather.
So the thing I love, and what people often don't see, is all the work going on behind the scenes to make sure that happens. So I just want, on behalf of our town, of our county, Lisa, just say thank you again. I know we try to say this every time you're on, just to remind people, like, all the stuff that's happening takes work. And it's managing volunteers, it's putting on events like we talked about earlier, and it's planning. And we couldn't get through some of the downtimes without Main Street Mount Pleasant, without the chamber, without our regional planning commissions, without our immense, just huge groups of volunteers that help keep our community vibrant and exciting. So thank you for helping coordinate that. Thank you for
Thank you.
not sleeping this summer. I mean, I don't know how you're going to get through it, but I thank you, seriously, for all of
Good thing
us.
I just don't require much sleep.
Fair enough, fair
It's
enough.
going to be an exciting summer. I'm very excited about it, and just it's great to invite so many people to our downtown.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been my life for 18 years, and I'm very proud of our downtown. I'm proud of our businesses and what they do, and the people that take care of their buildings and all that, the renovations we've seen in the last 20, I think we're 22 years now, as a Main Street organization, and the difference it has made to Mount Pleasant. But without the citizens of Mount Pleasant, I couldn't do my job. So,
Well, thank you. It's
Thank you.
amazing. Thank you for being on the show this morning, and we'll see you all next week on our community profile. Take care.
At 5 Star Community Credit Union, we want to help you lead a better life. We offer competitive rates and convenient appointment times for all kinds of loans: auto, recreational vehicles, home equity, line of credit, holiday, and personal loans. We make it easy to build your credit and enjoy the good things in life.
We invite you to join 5 Star Community Credit Union. We are community-minded and member-focused. Come visit our locations in West Burlington and Mount Pleasant, or online at 5starcu.org. Federally insured through the